Hello, everyone. I'm so glad and thrilled that my piece, A Book Full of Recipes, is part of this amazing collection. Um, the book of recipes is something that I still have. It's 27 years old. The edges are frayed, the pages are pale yellow, but the writing is still there, all in cursive. And I refer to it from time to time. But what is interesting is this is not the book I began to write in at first. Way back in 96, when, the world still believed that women had to cook and men had to earn, although I also had a job. I also had the additional responsibility of learning to cook. And I'm still amazed how my mother let me lead my life without really asking me to learn the craft of cooking. Anyway, that was for another day. But what I did back then in 96, it was early January, and I started writing in all the recipes with pictures and references to all the dals in the side. I had said something like a pale and dull for tur dal, and bright and orange for chana dal. I mean, that's how I had made the note. And I had started writing recipes for sambar, rasam, and I think there was a chole masala also. And I had written it, and back then, you know how it is, we just leave the book on the kitchen counter, so I had left it there. And somebody had placed a rotten fruit just right over it, and nobody had seen it. And the next morning, when I discovered that the fruit had rotten, and the juice had leaked into the leaves of the book, and I had no choice but to throw it away. And then I had to rewrite all the things that I had written in that book in a different book. So I picked out this those days when, I don't think I see many of them these days. It was some sort of a hardbound book with a small one, about 100 pages book. And I started writing in that. And yes, and that book is now part of the legacy that I would like to pass on to my son, who thankfully treats cooking as a life skill, and he continues to use all the recipes that I have taught him. And someday I'm going to pass on this book, which he will hold on to him as part of his grandmother's legacy. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with my work.